So guys, on these 190Es, your fuel filter assembly area is located basically right up in this area here. So this is going to mount right back up in there. This is our new fuel filter. I'm about to tighten it all down. I just wanted to make sure it was the exact fit, since it was not the exact replacement from what was already on here. It was a MAL KL19 that was on here, and they cross-referenced this. Once again, I'll show you guys the box here from Napa. This is a Napa part. It's 23153. I think it was 15 bucks, but they gave me that really good deal because they have that strange sale that's going on right now. And I highly suggest if you have a Napa near you, check it out. They got some really good deals. I picked up some synthetic oil for like $2 and change a quart. It is their brand, but it is a full synthetic oil, which is an insane deal. And I'm going to drop that in one of my other cars. So it's a great thing if you have cars like me where, you know, sometimes the cars just sit and then you need to change out the fluids. And sometimes you don't drive it enough to put in the more expensive fluids. So with that out of the way, you basically have your fuel filter, your fuel pump, and your fuel actuator. They line up on this specific model. Now, I know some of the 190Es have a slightly different setup. Obviously a different fuel filter, because I tried to order a 190E fuel filter from AutoZone and it was a different fuel filter. So let's go ahead. I'm going to tighten all this up. We're going to put this back up in there, and we're going to see if this car will start. Hopefully we get it started today. All right, guys, so I got a jump box hooked up because I know it's going to take a little bit to get this thing started. Unfortunately, my jump box is a little low, so hopefully we can get this thing started pretty quick. I've already went ahead and primed it a few times. It kind of started installed. I'm going to give it a little bit of fuel up in the throttle body area here. So just a little bit of gas just to hopefully get it started. And then it'll stay started because the fuel pump should be able to put pressure through the fuel system. Okay, so I finally got it to stay started, and what I did off camera is I only took these two, these go right to the injectors, and then I took the Seafoam Deep Creep and sprayed it directly down in here, put them back on. I actually ended up taking apart a couple of the lines just to make sure I had pressure, and now it's not running great, but I'm actually getting gas to flow through the engine, which is a real big positive. So the next thing I'm going to do now is take off these two here, clean these out, because what's happening is I think that there's bad fuel that was already in the lines that got clogged up into this whole system. So basically I want to take all this apart, clean all of the connectors, all of the injectors, We got brand new fuel injectors on here, so we should be fine there. And then I want to go get another can of this stuff right here, the Seafoam Deep Creep, and keep revving it and spraying it down into our throttle body to see if we can get this thing to smooth out and idle good. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna come right back after I do all of that and show you guys how it runs. I can get this thing running smooth. Maybe take it for a test drive. All right, guys, so I just got back from taking this for a spin right up the road and back, and I couldn't be happier. There's a few things I need to focus on, and one of those is figuring out the brakes. I bled them several times, and for some reason it feels like only the front are actually pressing in. The pedal is very low, but once the brakes hit, they're very, very good. So at least I've got good brakes right now. I just got to figure out if I got to re-bleed the rear. Now here's the best part about this, is after driving around and coming back, you can see the rear suspension settled down perfectly, and I've got perfect stance now. Earlier when I did the video where I first put this on, there was probably a good 2-inch or more gap, and now this whole thing settled in, and it just looks awesome. And I couldn't be happier. I mean, I don't even have to roll the fenders right now, and it just looks really good in my opinion. I might even be putting the flare, the small flare on there that I talked about doing, maybe a custom flare, or getting some kind of flare kit and fiberglassing it on there before we wrap or paint this car. So let me go ahead and start her up so you guys can see. Now that we've run the Seafoam through it, it starts right up. It's still not a perfect idle, but way better. You can see starts up first try and reacts to the pedal now. So I think I just need to run some more cleaner through the car, because every time I ran the Seafoam through the throttle body, it just got better and better. It was originally smoking pretty heavily, and now that's gone away almost completely. So I couldn't be happier with today's outcome, and I'm excited. This thing's going to be back on the road very shortly. The last thing I really need to do is going to be finishing off bleeding those brakes, making sure I got good stopping power. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but I mentioned it in past videos. The front fan is not working, so the car is getting hot pretty quick. And I've already went ahead and bought a replacement front mount type fan with a thermostat so that it will click on automatically. So I'll be doing a video on installing that. And that's really about it for this video, guys. I've been working my ass off getting this car and the S500 back on the road, mainly because this Range Rover is kind of kaput right now. It's got some major issues that just came out of nowhere with the timing chain, I believe. But I'll be doing some videos on that, or it'll be just sold. So if you didn't know, I bought this for $2,500 the way it looks, and all I did was get it aligned. I threw a couple tires on there, and been driving it, put over 8,000 miles on it, and out of nowhere it started making a noise, and we believe now it's the timing chain, and it's actually progressed to where it feels like it's running on one cylinder, really. So I got it up at the shop here. I'm gonna let it sit till I decide what I want to do with it, but I might part it out, might sell it as a whole, or might even drop a new engine in it, depending on where I want to go. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the 190E project days and getting this thing back on the road. If you didn't know, this also has the Zender body kit. The front bumper is off right now, but the side skirts, and this is an original body kit from Germany. And you can see here, you don't really see too many of these. There is another car out there on YouTube videos where they dropped an LS Turbo into a 190E, and the guy talks about his Zender's body kit and how he's never seen one. So if you come across that, you'll kind of know that this body kit is a very sought after body kit. I'm excited to get it back on here, get the car body work done, and get that wrap that I showed you guys in the last video put on here, that dark bronzes flat brown color. I don't even know how to say it, but it's going to match the rims and look really good on this car. The door jambs will match too, so you won't have to worry about hood, door jambs, and trunk and all that. But have a great day, guys. My name's Pete. This is Pete's Carport. I'm blessed to have you guys watching this, and I hope to see you back. Like, subscribe, and share.